Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Vintage Inspirations. My name is Tanya. Today I'm going to be painting, like I'm doing a painting tutorial. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm not nervous, but then when I get in front of the camera, it's kind of nervous to say things. It's just natural. I was always like a shy girl anyway. So I'm shocked I'm even doing YouTube, but it kind of brings you out of your comfort zone because you're at home and you're by yourself, so you're comfortable. So anyone can do a YouTube channel. And in fact, I insist you guys start one. I'll be your first subscriber. Just let me know. Yes. I really don't have time to watch other people's channel and like comment. And like there's some people in my channel who have channels and they comment and watch, and I don't know how they do it, but they're not disabled, so maybe when they're off camera they can just sit and relax and enjoy YouTube, which I can't, because like I told you guys, when I'm not doing YouTube I have to take care of myself. So yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe try and get like a home attendant or someone to come in and start helping out, with some of the issues, disability issues, because it's becoming a lot just to do everything by myself. And I really need someone to come in and like do dishes and maybe like prepare breakfast or something, something just light little things. Yeah, I've had it in the past, but I've had a lot of issues, so I stopped it. But it's kind of weighing me down. And then I was thinking it may just be the summer heat, so I'm gonna wait till it gets cooler. And then when it's cooler, and if I still feel like that, then I'm gonna have some help come in. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna paint this cute little shelf. I picked up from the thrift store the other day. It's not antique. You can see the hardware. See, that's how you can tell. If it was antique, it would just have some little clips here or nail or something like that. It will not have no inserts like this. They didn't do stuff like this in centuries ago. No. This is modern. And plus it has a sticker label. And they didn't have those on it. Those are not on antiques. So if you have a piece like this and you think it's an antique, it's not. It's not an antique. But I like how they did this. They gave you an option to hook it to 2 nails, or you could actually insert it into the wall. You see, you just put like a peg on the wall, and then you just pop this in. And the kit, when you bought this, it may have came with that peg. I'm not sure. This is the instructions say. Determine the marks, use a Phillips head. No, it's just talking about these 2 hooks. Yeah, so maybe it didn't come with the peg, but that's an option. And it's a cute little, it has cute little details, architectural details on it. That's why I picked it up. It's kind of cute. They're kind of mimicking, the past. Let me see. Trying to make it look like a column is what they're trying to do. Yeah. Okay, so let's touch it up. I did sand it a bit because it had like stuff on it, so it's all flat and smooth to the touch. It's all flat. And I'm looking, I didn't focus on this part here. I need to do that a little bit. Can you see that? Hardly. It's right there. Yeah. Here's the sandpaper. It looks like someone put like glue. They were gluing, or maybe they glued their figurines or something like that. Okay, so I think that's that. And then you just kind of, see like where the paint is missing, just kind of go over it a bit. Just so when you paint it, it'll have a smooth finish. Yeah. Okay, so let's push the camera down. Okay, so I was trying to dust some of the sanding off, because you don't want that sanding stuff in your paint. So you want to give that a dust. And I'm not going to paint the back. It doesn't make any sense to. If you want to, feel free. Yeah. In fact, I wonder if this can come off, because I do want to paint the bottom, because I want to hang it up, and you may just see the bottom. Oh, it comes right off? Oh, well, some of it did. It couldn't have been that easy, right? I didn't think of that. I wanted to do all the prepping prior to the video, but it never fails. It just never fails. I wish I was real popular. I could pay somebody to come and do all this stuff to prep my videos and do my camera and all my editing. You know, like people with successful YouTube channels, they're popular. They have someone do everything for them. I'm getting it all over me. Okay. Let's see if we need to do any more. So you know what? Under this light, you see everything, and that's the thing. I should have put this light on before the video. Yeah. Some light sanding down there. Maybe this one. That sticker's not going to come off. I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to sand it down, so when you paint, you won't notice it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, Lord. Okay, I may even be too high up. I may have to get down. We'll see. Let's pull this over a bit. No, I think I should leave it. It was right in the shot. Okay. Yeah, let's leave that. And I was just using these little strips of sandpaper, nothing special. I can't find my sandpaper. I'm glad I found this a while back because I can't find it. It's in that closet, and I put all that Christmas stuff in there. That closet is packed. You can barely get in and out of that closet now. So I have some paint and primer. It's a semi-gloss. High semi-gloss. I can't see it. It's painted. Oh, interior semi-gloss. It's by Behr, of course. I love their products. So I believe it's enough in here. When you have this, save them because you can use them for small little projects like this. I'm just giving it a shake because it's been sitting around. I think I bought this when I moved in because I was painting all the trim. And talking about that, that's a great little tip when you move in a place with like beautiful antique doors that are painted already. And in the baseboard, you can just buy this and just, you know, touch up everywhere and make them look new. Like when I moved in here, the doors were filthy and they didn't even look nice. Once I gave them a painting, oh my gosh, they looked like they were brand new antique doors. Yeah. And then I did the baseboards. And I did that myself. I really did. I did it myself. I mean, it took forever, but I did it myself. I had help here and there, I'm not going to lie, especially on the doors, because like going up, it was really tough for me. But I just sat on the floor and just took my time and painted, you know, and I enjoyed it because I love to paint and I love to stay busy. So that's a great project when you move into a place, if the doors are white. Like, you know, my laundry doors, my closet doors, the bathroom doors, all the doors in the house are all white. It's like a wood paneling door, like paneling, the paneling is inserted. And they look so horrible, but once you give them a coat of this, oh my God, they look like they're brand new and beautiful piece of architecture. So don't forget to do that. I think I might be too high up. My fan is blowing in. I hope you can't hear that fan too much. It's way back there, but because it's just too hot without it. And it's early morning. It's early morning. It's not even 8 yet. I wanted to do this yesterday, but my pain wouldn't let me, so I'm going to go ahead and get it over with. I've been wanting to do it. I want to hang it up. I've had it here for about a week now. So I want to, more than a week. Yeah, it's been more than a week. And I'm just using some like cheaply made paintbrushes. In fact, I picked these up from the thrift store one day. It was a bag of paintbrushes and it had some of these, and I was going to throw them out. I said, no, you can use them for arts and crafts, and look, I'm using it. I should have changed my dress, because I don't want to get paint on it. It's the first thing I grabbed, but I wasn't thinking. wish I could do better projects for you guys, you know, but this isn't my house. You know, I could like do a whole room, like, you know, do a room makeover, you know, paint, do some beautiful wallpaper, and, you know, but I just can't. It's not my house, but I really wish I could. So that's why I try to bring small projects like this to your life, you know, to your home, so you can kind of get some ideas, and then you can just kind of go from there. You know, you can find a piece like this at the thrift store that doesn't look too appealing, but you can bring it home and fix it up. Yeah. And this one wasn't in rough shape, to be honest. Yeah, it was not in rough shape. It just had some bumps and bruises. And of course, we're going to have to do some different segments, because we're going to have to let this dry. And then come back to it. Yeah. Now, the reason why this is going so easily, because I chose the same color. Had I chose another color, it would have to cover up the white and it would be harder. So keep that in mind when you're repainting a piece. But I didn't want to change the color, because if I wanted it to be, I would only buy white or brown. That would be it. So, if I wanted a brown one, I would just bought a brown one. Yeah. So I had passed up this beautiful shelf in my previous video, my Goodwill trip, to this one. I think it maybe was the one before this, the trip to Goodwill before this, or the two before this. I passed up on a beautiful Victorian shelf because I really didn't have anywhere to put it. But then I was thinking, by my bed there's an empty wall right there. I need a shelf and I could put a few figurines. Like maybe like perfume bottles or something. In fact, I have a great idea. That beautiful vanity piece that I bought, that brass with the S-squirrels, I did like a video and I put the perfumes in it. That would fit perfectly on here, and that just may be what I may use. It's either going to be that or some type of whimsical plate or picture. Yeah, some type of whimsical art. Maybe I could use that folk art pottery, that clay plate that I purchased a while back. So when I got it, I knew that I could fix it, because it would be an easy project too, because I'm gonna just paint it the same color, white. Yeah. So if you want to have a blue shelf, then try to find one that's blue. You know. And also, if you do a primer under your paint, that helps. Like say you wanted to paint this blue, you could just buy blue primer and then paint it with that first, and that would cover it up totally. Then you paint the color on top that you want. That's a great tip. Great tip. Yeah. Okay, can we do any more of this without painting so much on our fingers and hands? Let me see. I want to try a different. I'm really not balanced because I'm kind of up too high, but I don't want to sit on the floor because that puts me in pain. I did that last video. I was picking up all that dollhouse stuff. I was in so much pain for some days, because that's where I had my surgery, and when I put pressure on that area, it's very painful. So that's why I wanted to sit up, but you know, I don't have a lot of strength, so I'm not too sturdy. Oh Lord, life goes on, right? Yeah, life goes on. is we didn't paint the back part, so we're going to lay it on the back. Okay, this way we could paint the front. I mean the top. It is going to be the top of the shell. Can you see? Yes, you can see. Okay, wonderful. Okay. I gotta get down for this because just stretching and pulling myself. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ah. Oh. Okay, I got it. Most likely this will need one coat, let it dry, and then it'll come back and touch up. Because it's actually looking done already. And you want to go back and make sure you don't have no drips. Always watch out for drips when you're painting because they will leave marks. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll let this dry. Okay, and we'll let it dry and we'll come back to it and get washed up. And don't worry about paint on your hand, it comes right off. All you do is just give it a little scrub. They have soap and lotions that you could use for construction work, and it's kind of like a rough, kind of like a gritty, I forget the name of it. I haven't bought it in years because I just kind of use a rough rag or even a Brillo pad, but be very gentle because you will scorch your hands. To be very gentle. You could even use that Sponge Daddy sponge. It works perfectly. That's why I never throw out the old one. I leave it under the sink, and then I use that for stuff like this. And then eventually I throw that one out and get another one, the one that I'm throwing out, you know, yeah, after you use it. But the Scrub Daddy sponges work great. Or if you, like I said, if you're going to use that Brillo pad, be careful. Not the steel wool, but the Brillo pads. You know the little square ones with the pink powder stuff in it? Yeah, it's called a Brillo pad or SOS pad because it's two brands that make them, SOS and then Brillo. You can use that, but you want to rub gently because you don't want to scrape, you know, bruise your hand. Yeah, because that happened to me the first time I used it. I was at a construction site and I had cement and stuff all on my hand, and there was some Brillo pads, and I grabbed them and I started scrubbing. Oh my God, I almost like took off my skin. So it'll work, but you got to just do it gently. Or you can get that that liquid. They sell it at the improvement stores. I forget what it's called, but it's made to clean your hands, arms, you know, whatever, from construction materials like paint, glue, cement, paste, you know, whatever you're using. It's like a grit, and you put it in your hands and you just scrub, so to scrub everything off. That stuff works perfectly. And I used to have a big giant bottle I finally ran out and never picked up anymore. Yeah. I mean, that's because I really haven't done anything in years. Remember, I was bedridden, so back in the days I used to have all that stuff packed in the garage. It was just tons of it, tons of it, and tons of it. Yeah. You know, when I have this paint, I'm going to do a few touch-up on my buffet because I noticed when I moved it, it had some like little, let me show you this one right here. I'm looking at it. I don't know if you can see it. This right here, it's a little grit mark. You know, from like maybe something rubbed on it, or maybe when I moved it in here, I don't remember, but I'm going to do a little touch-up. Because I believe this might, is this the paint? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, because that might be a shinier one. I'm going to have to do a test. Oh, oh yeah, that is it, because I'm looking at this one. This is it. I want to make sure it was the right paint because I might have another jar. Yeah, do a little touch up. Oh wow, looks much better. And I remember on top there, I had to touch up right where the tiara glasses. It was a big scrape, so I'm gonna touch that up. Ah, okay. You know, I'm glad I noticed that, because had I put all this up, then I would have to pull it back out, so it's perfect. I'm gonna touch it while I have it out. And when you're touching up around the drawers, pull the drawers out because you could paint them shut. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. Well, that looks better already. I just decided to show you. See where that's at? See right there? Yeah, so I'm sorry about the camera. Give me a minute. I just got to push that back. And you just touch it up. See, so simple. There's a few there. There's one there. You see that? Yeah. Okay, is that another one? No, that looks like a bug, like a dead bug. Yeah, he's gone. Okay, so you see right there, I touched it up. It needs a little bit more touch-up, so you'll wait till it dries. Don't never put on a thick pile of paint. You never want to do that. Yeah. Okay, I see some here too. You see the little scrapes right there? Just touch it up with a little paint. I don't even believe I painted these. I really don't. My daughters made me paint them, to be honest. They really did. Because I see some more here. I'm going to get that. They were like, your house looks so old-fashioned. Go ahead and paint. Paint them to brighten up your space, you know. So then I said, okay. But it wasn't mahogany wood. You know, this was like, what is this, pine or oak or something like that? So, I just decided to do it. At least I knew not to paint the hardware, because some people paint the hardware, they totally destroy the piece. If you're going to paint a piece like this, you take that hardware off and then you paint it. Yeah, definitely do that. So, that's how I painted that in the china cabinet, yeah. This was a spare set that I had in like a den. This was a spare set just because I had extra china sets, yeah. And when I moved here, my actual china set didn't fit here. It was too tall, and it was too big. Like the buffet came way out. It was huge. It was beautiful. It was like Italian lacquer. It was gorgeous with marble. It was just to die for. So I sold it for nothing. Somebody got a steal of a lifetime, but I had to sell it because it couldn't fit in here. Like this one barely fits. This dining room is so little. It's so little. Just stops there. You see how little it is? And that's the workstation there. That's where you always see me filming. Yeah. So, and it's funny because I was going to sit these on the curb when I was putting my stuff in storage. I was going to put these on the curb. So, you know, just bless somebody with them. But then I decided to keep them because I just, you know, they're really hard to find these days because a lot of the younger generation, you know, they love this type of style to repaint. They do all type of stenciling and all type of stuff with it. So I said I better hold on to it, and I'm so glad I did because I wouldn't have a china cabinet because the other one couldn't fit in here. Yeah. And this is called like French Parisian. Yeah. So so my daughters wanted me to paint it a different like technique and stuff, but I was like, no, I'll paint it, but I can't do that technique thing. I'm not into that. You know, where they like blend the colors together. That's not my style. They kind of make it look like that farm fresh look. Yeah. What is it called? It's a name. You know, with like some is peeling and then they come back with the sandpaper and scratch it all up. They do stenciling and all type of techniques. It's a name. I can't think of it, but I just call it farm fresh look. That's what I know it as. You know, they've given it a new name because it's a whole new generation. But they love to pick up these type of pieces with this type of look. You have that low boy look on the bottom. You see, that's called low boy look. And when you have these curves on the top, they just love these type of things. I love it too. That's why I had bought this for myself for a birthday gift some years ago. I went to an estate sale and they had the table too, but there's no way I could part with this table. It's a Henderson table. It's to die for. And there's no way I could have gotten rid of this table, and I didn't have room for this table. But I wish I would have kept the table, because you could have just stored it somewhere. I wasn't even thinking, but I was trying to pay less money, so that's why I didn't want the table. I didn't need it. I hate I separated the set. Afterwards, I was like, I should have just grabbed the table. But when you think about it, I wouldn't even have the table now, because it would have not fitted in this house. So I would have paid for it and parted with it anyway. Yeah. So they wanted so much for the set, and they wasn't breaking up the set. So I left, but I went back the last day of the sale. Remember when I had my health, I used to go to estate sales all day. I would go the first day of the sale and the last day of the sale. Because I was into resale. So you go the last day because they let you fill up your car for a couple dollars. You know, you could take that to the flea market and that's all just profit. So when I went back the third day, the set was still there, and it was my birthday. So I said, well, would you sell me the 2 pieces now? She said, of course. Oh, just whatever you want for it. And I think it was $250. Yeah, I think it was $250. Yeah. And that was a steal of a deal. It was a steal of a deal. And I was so happy. So I think I wound up altogether, I paid about $400, because I had to pay for them to sit it to the road, and then I had to pay for somebody to come pick it up and then deliver it to my house. So altogether, I think $400. That was a great steal, because I think she had it for like $2,000 for the whole set. Yeah, so the steal of a deal. But there's a story. When I pulled this buffet out, there was a set of sterling underneath. And so the guy who was moving the stuff, because I had to pay the guy to move it out the house. There was a guy that I met at the sale, so I paid him to move it to the street, and then I had to call somebody to come pick it up. So I had just met him. So when the sterling came out, he looked like, let's keep it. And I'm like, no, I don't do things like that, because I'm not bringing that in my house. Stealing, I'm not into that. So I said, call Beverly, or whatever her name was at the time. So she came. She was like, oh, my God, you found the family sterling. She said they've been looking for their sterling. Cause, okay, the estate sale, the mother passed, and the children were selling whatever they didn't want. She said the children were looking for the sterling. They thought maybe someone stole it because she had home attendants, or maybe or maybe she sold it some years ago and just never told them. But they knew that their mother had sterling in the house, so they were looking for it. And it was stuck under this buffet. It was a couple of boxes in front, but it's set towards the back. It was a beautiful 100% sterling, pure sterling. It was a beautiful set. But there's no way I could have just, because he was like, we could just put it in the drawer and walk out the house with it, because we're carrying the buffet. I was like, no. Call the people, because I'm not taking it to my house. No. I can't do stuff like that. That sterling would have sat in my house, and that lady's ghost would have haunted me. Her spirit would have haunted me for the rest of my life, because I stole her children's sterling. So, she called one of the children on the phone right in front of me. She was like, guess what? One of the customers found your mother's sterling. It was under the buffet, the lady who bought the buffet. They was like, you got to be kidding me. So they were so happy. They wanted to give this to me for free. I was like, no. I only paid $250 for it. Keep the $250, because I already paid her for it, and I didn't want the money back. And that was only because the money was being donated towards their family. You know, they lost their mom, so I wanted to contribute to that. You know, and I'm talking about that, when you go to estate sales, keep that in mind. The estate sales where they have the stories where, because some people just have estate sales. No one died, you know. They're just selling things in their house or whatever. They have a business or whatever the case may be. But most of the time it's because the old lady or the old parents died. So always keep that in mind. When you're buying things, you're donating to the person who passed, children, you know, or family member who's mourning, and they need as much cash as possible. So always go on the first day and pay for those high prices because you're donating towards a great cause, and then go on the last day and then try to pick a few things cheap. You know, yeah, that's how I used to do. I've been wanting to go to a state sale so I could do a video, but they're so far away. You guys know I can't drive far. I'm struggling just going to the Goodwill. But let's see, this thing dry? No, it's still wet. See? Okay, so I'm gonna stop filming, and then I will come back. Okay, so it's been a while. I was drinking some herb tea with milk. Oh, so delicious. I need to do another video. I make a great, I want to get the right name first. It comes from Kenya. Yeah. So my a good friend of mine, she's from Kenya, well associate, and this is what she makes when I go visit her. Yeah, so I made it. I did a video a while back, but I'll do another one because that was a long time ago, and I got so many new subscribers, and even my regular subscribers, I know that they would want to see it again too because it's amazing. It's tea with milk. Oh God, it's so delicious. We've always put like cream or milk, but never cooked it with the milk. It's just the way they do it. Oh my gosh. And then you have that fresh herb. Oh, those fresh herbs. Make sure you get some fresh herbs from the farmer's market when you go. They sell a variety of herbs. Get them all. It's dry herbs. You know, I want to grow some tea. I saw some Asian people doing it. I Googled on TV, like a place in Vietnam. She was doing like a little pot in her garden area, really cute. So I'm not going to do it now because I want to move, so I have to wait until I move to do something like that, so I don't have to carry extra stuff because I already have a lot of flowered pots to carry as it is. Yeah. But that'd be a great idea, so I don't have to pay for herb tea. I can just have it fresh. Okay, so it's been at least an hour. And I had moved it because I didn't want it to stick to the paper. You see there? I had moved it, and sure enough, it was stuck. So if I didn't move it, it would have been stuck at this point. So I'm going to sit that there, and we'll paint the top. And it's nice to buy these in those small size cans because it's easy to maneuver, you know, especially when you don't have a lot of strength. So when I was painting those baseboards and doors, I couldn't carry around that big jar of paint. So this was easy to use, very easy to use. In fact, I had a big one and I just kept pouring it in here. And then it's good when you're storing paint, if you can store these little ones because they take up less space. So keep that in mind. If you have a little can, throw the big can out and fill this up. And then just keep this. They stack very nice, but when you have the smaller ones, they take up less space, is even better. What's that? I could have sanded that. It's too late now. Well, not really. When it dries, if you see any imperfections, you let it dry and then you can sand it down and just touch it up. So I may or may not do it. Something sticking on the edge there. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. I was just thinking about that Victorian shelf that I didn't bring home. I kind of wish I would have grabbed it now. But at that time, remember, I was really decluttering and it just wasn't ringing up. It wasn't registering where would I put it when I just donated 400 pieces. And I hate I left that dolphin piece too. Yeah. It's too late. You know, when things like that happen, I just feel it wasn't meant for me. Because if it was meant for me, it would have came home with me. Okay. At this point, if you have a roller brush, it's even better. But I don't feel like, I didn't grab one and I forgot. And I have it. I didn't think, but I think this brush is going to just do just fine. It's not leaving brush strokes, and it's just fine. Yeah. Isn't that looking pretty? The other thing I don't understand about this is why do they have the, because this is the front of the piece. That's what you'll see when it's hanging. So why do they have the plate catcher in the front? Normally it's to the back more, but I guess you're supposed to put a large plate so it sits up front and then it leans to the back of the wall. Yeah. So I guess it's a modern technique I'm not aware of, because I really don't pick up modern things. I'm shocked I even bought this, but I really like the architectural detail on it, and so that's why I picked it up. Okay, so we're going to let that dry, and then we'll come back and paint the front. Maybe I could do it now. I have to like put it this way. Okay, I'll do it that way. Let me grab some paint. I gotta put the paint on this side. Ah! Oh Lord, sorry. I hurt when I do things. It's so sad. Oh my gosh. Oh. Isn't the front beautiful? I know, right? Yeah, that's why I grabbed it. Nice architectural detail on that. Oh no, I got paint on the floor. So if you get paint on the floor, just get it right up. In fact, you should have wet ones available, or a wet rag. So if paint falls on the floor, you get it up immediately. If you get it up afterwards, it'll come off. You just got to scrape it off. So I don't want to be scraping it off, so I just get it up. You know, I still haven't mopped my floors. Just haven't gotten around to. It's going to be a lot of work, so it's going to be a couple-day process. So I really don't want to do it. I want to get somebody to do it. They have these new cleaners here. They can come in for, I think it's $19.99. So maybe I'll do that and have them mop the floors. Or my daughter will do it. You know, my daughter comes over a lot and she helps me with stuff. We never film. But, I mentioned that early on, I believe. Yeah. She didn't make it to the decluttering stuff because she was busy. But she doesn't really like a lot of stuff anyway in her house. She's very, very minimum. And she's really into modern things. She does have a lot of my antique pieces that I've given over the years. You know, like little console tables, little side tables with some beautiful architectural details. Yeah, and she'll keep that. But that's it. But that's because the younger generation, they like, you know, these type of little architectural pieces. And they like to paint them. She painted, one of hers white, but the other one she actually left. I was shocked. I don't want to paint my leg. Ah! It's hurting my leg. See that paper sticker? You don't even see it here. And I'm glad I gave it a touch-up, because when I hang it, I'll be able to look up at it at my bed, and I don't want to see that tacky-looking paper thing. So that's why I decided to paint it. Yeah. Okay, so far so good. It's looking beautiful. And I'm kind of glad I got it. We'll let that dry again. And we'll come back again. And yeah, I'm putting the lid on here just so it doesn't dry out, because I have my fan on over there. I'm sure you hear it in the background. Okay. So we won't come back to this. We'll come back when I'll show you how I'm going to stage it up. So I have to let that dry. I'm going to leave it sitting here for a good hour, wash up everything. I'll give it another little touch up. And then I'll show you how I'm going to stage it. So I decided to check for drip marks. So, because you don't want to have drip marks. When you're painting pieces like this, Always check for drip marks, always. Just go around the piece and just kind of just touch up where you would see one. I don't see any, which is good. I don't see any. Oh, good. You just want to double check. Because drip marks don't go away. Like I said, you can sand them down if you want. Okay, I don't see any. Just wanted to double check. I went to lay down, then I remember I didn't check for drip marks. I think I did a little bit touch up right here. Is this in the shot? No, it's not. Okay, there it is. And I'm just using some Amazon Prime paper. I just cut them apart. It's 2 of them and I laid them down. So when you have your food delivered, don't throw those things out. They come in handy for craft projects because you have to buy this type of paper. Yeah. I used to have a long, long roll in my attic. It was so long. I got it from some estate sale. And they wanted $50 for it. They charged a lot. It was 50 or 70. I can't remember. One of the two. And that thing lasted me for years for all my craft projects I used to do in the backyard, like spray painting, or, because I was in resale, so I would buy things like this and remake them and then sell them. Excuse me. And finally one day I finished it. Because then what happened was I used to spread it out in the backyard for my grandkids to color on with chalk and paint and do all. We did all. That paper came in use, man. I got every cent worth of that paper. I used it a lot, yeah. And then finally one day we went to unroll it, and that was the last piece. And the kids had a ball, did some painting thing on it. Yeah, but it was just like this paper here. It was almost similar to this paper. And I could only imagine what they're going for in the stores now. I wouldn't even try to buy one. I couldn't, there's nowhere to store it in here anyway, so. And you can also use wallpaper. And I do have a lot of wallpaper. Oh, I have some beautiful wallpaper. Maybe I'll share it with you one day. It's just 2 rows. Because when I moved here, I had a lot, and I had to get rid of all. My daughter took a couple, and then I kept 2. And then the rest I discarded. I mean, it's beautiful. I paid her a lot for it. It's very, 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 very nice quality. Not wallpaper. It's Christmas wrapping paper. Yeah. But they make good, you know, layouts for your craft projects, too. Always cover your floors. Don't think the paint's not going to drip. It's just best to cover your floors. Okay, so I'm turning this thing around and around, and it looks like it's pretty much, I think I'm pretty much done with it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. Just going to let it dry. Let me turn it around. And the good thing is that I have this bright light, so I'm able to see what I'm doing. You want to make sure this part is the best, because that's the front view when you hang it up. So that's what you're going to see. When you hang, oh Lord, I'm out the shot. Okay. And we're back in. There we go. You want to make sure this part is well painted. And I'm barely putting any paint on my brush. Barely any. Very light technique. Okay, let's turn it around to the top one more time. I think we're done. I know you can't see, but I'm just touching it up this way because the light is not glaring, you know. Sometimes you got to go against the light to see where you need to touch up. Okay, so when this is done, I'm going to check one more time for drip marks. So I think we're done. Yeah, okay. So we'll come back and I'll show you how I'm going to stage it up. All right. See you soon. high, so I couldn't hang the shelf in the spot that I wanted to, which is right there by my bed, right there on that wall. This is the wall to the outside of the house, and it's brick, and you just can't nail. You just can't. Like, this guy tried over and over and over. So I just wanted to show you how I wanted to display it. I was thinking I would sit this on top. That would just look so, so cute. So I just wanted to show you. I also wanted to show you how it would look with a plate, but I won't have anything to lean the plate back to it. Maybe I can push this back and still show that. I don't know. But I think the shelf came out super, super cute. And I'm going to keep it. So when I move, I can use it. I'm not going to discard it. I had to find a place to put it into then. Oh man, I hate I couldn't. You see how it's empty right there? It could have sat right there. That would look so, so, so cute. But unfortunately, we can't. It would have been perfect right there. Oh man. Did I ever show you these? I have one on either side of my window. I had these for a long time. A long time. Where did I get these? I don't remember. In fact, I think I bought them from that guy that I get the grab bags from. I think. I'm not sure. So one is female, one is male. And what did I say about them? Oh, they're like from Rome or Greece. Okay, they're from the neoclassical period. Yeah. So neoclassical period, they got their designs from Rome and Greek. That's where they got. That's where they were inspired from. Aren't they just darling? I believe he's the boy. Let me go back. And I believe that she's a girl. See her hairstyle? But you never know. But she has a little, I don't know, maybe that is a man. Because when he have on a shirt, yes. So maybe it's two male and male. I don't know. If anyone knows, please let me know. They're really detailed. They're brass. He's an artist. See, he's got his paint palette. And I know you guys hear me talk about symmetrical a lot. Symmetry, symmetrical. And neoclassical, that's one thing that they focus on is symmetry. And it looks like he's going to school. Okay, so God bless. And that would have been cute if I would have hung it up. So this would have fit perfect on it. And, well, can't do it. But at least I inspired you. You could kind of get an idea what to do with yours. Okay, I'm showing you some other ideas. Because I looked at the other footage. It didn't look too good because I had the mirror behind it. So I tried to put the shelf up against the wall. I got it on this little thing there. And that's an option. And then let me show you another option. Okay, this could be another option. You know, I mean, the options are endless. This is a little Wedgwood pieces that I pulled out. I could have grabbed some other pieces, but this is the pile that I grabbed, and I didn't want to go back and forth, so I just used what I pulled out. But, you know, this is why I got the shelf, because you can do whatever you want. It's a white shelf, and it'll blend with anything. But that would just be so, so cute, like in your dining room. Yes. You could use this shelf in your office. That would be really, really nice.